That's his product. Why
that's
not?
his product.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get your ugly shoes if you want to. Walt signs a red flag order universal background checks for guns into law. This is the first state, I think, to do that. Governor Tim Walz last Friday, signed into law a sweeping public safety and judiciary budget bill that creates 2 new restrictions on firearm possession and sales. In a Capitol reception room packed with gun control advocates, lawmakers, survivors of gun violence, and others, the second-term DFL governor credited DFL for getting the bills across the finish line. And he said that the measures will make Minnesota, so you know where it's coming from, a safer place to live. They have one of the highest crime rates. Did you know that? Minnesota?
I didn't know that.
Minneapolis.
Oh, wow.
Minneapolis.
Northern Chicago?
Well, that's the George Floyd thing and all of that. Remember all of that? I understand our rights as Americans to do these things, but I refuse to allow extremists to define what responsible gun ownership looks like and to make this about the Second Amendment, Walt said. This is not about the Second Amendment. This is about the safety of our children and our community. The plan makes Minnesota the 20th state to enact what are known as red flag protections, designed to remove firearms from those deemed a danger to themselves and to others. Now, that brings on a question. Who determines if you are a danger to yourself and to others?
Thank you. Because the situations of the recent shooters, did family members, friends suspect that, oh my God, John Jr. is got some issues, and I don't know.
That's my question. Is it going to be a judge? Is it going to be a doctor? Who's going to deem whether you're a danger to take your firearm away from you? So that's my first question.
And to come get the firearm, you may get fired. They may fire at you.
It also expands criminal background checks to private transfers of firearms. Now that I agree with. So like you doing these gun shows and stuff, they got to do background checks and all that stuff too. Not just, you can't just sell guns under the table. Well, maybe with
going back to the red flagging, maybe they're telling people who notice a mental situation and you know that person owns a gun, go ahead and flag them and call us and we'll come check them out.
It just says, under the proposal, more firearm sales will be subject to background checks, and it will be easier for concerned family members and law enforcement, that just answered our question, to temporarily remove guns from people. I don't know about that.
Because anybody can call and say you are something happening to you.
And it said law enforcement. Do we really want law enforcement to say that you are not?
Like I said, it may cause another situation where they come in to get it, and you may use it on them.
Gun rights advocates mounting strong opposition to the measures as they move through the Capitol, and they said the law will not address the underlying issues that spur gun violence. I don't know about this. I'm torn between this. Because we keep saying we do need more gun control, which I do believe in.
Well, who would come get
the
guns?
But why is it that the police officers get to determine whether you're unstable?
What do you mean?
They unstable.
Now, are you saying
some of them?
Go back to what you were reading. Are they determining that they're unstable,
That's
or they're the ones that physically come to get it?
No, it said that it said law enforcement and family members.
And what about it? They
can say you're not physically,
and the police comes to get it, get the gun. Now, who else can? It would make sense that they would, because under safety rules, they would be the only ones. Them or military. Somebody got to come in.
Let's see how
to get your gun.
Let's see how this works out. I don't know if this gonna work out good.
You don't think?
Like you said, who gonna come get it?
Let's think for sake of argument. People,
you can't even take car keys out of people's hands that don't want to drive.
No, especially when they
get older or whatever.
Alzheimer's.
Try taking car keys or from somebody drunk.
My friend had problems with her dad. He got physical with her, and he had dementia, or no, he had the Alzheimer's, beginning Alzheimer's. They would get scared when he would drive, and he would end up in a whole nother state.
See?
And don't know where he was and couldn't come home. So they had to eventually take the keys.
See? Watch out.
And they got physical. He got physical. He got angry.
See?
So let's say, for sake of argument, we know people who got a lot of guns in their home.
Yeah.
Whether they keep them in a safe, in the basement, whatever. Let's just say, for sake of argument, some mental breakdown with them. And the family members are noticing, oh my God, he's acting strange, or she's acting strange. officers, they got like 70 guns. We need you to come get them. Okay. You think he's going to let the officers in? So
you know what you got to do? You know what you got to do?
What can
you almost got, again, the same with the keys. You can't be like, I'm taking these keys from you because you can't drive. You got to hide the keys.
Sneak them.
So you almost got to figure out a way for them to arrest them and lock them up and then get all the guns out the house. You can't just come there and take people's guns and say you're not mentally.
Yeah.
You're not mentally. We gonna come get your guns because, excuse me, sir, your family says that you physically not able to mentally.
They don't even sound right.
So we're gonna just move out, sir. Move out the way, sir.
We need to follow you. Where are your guns hide? Where do you keep your guns?
Sir, can you point us to where all of them are the ones buried in the backyard too?
Because think about it, how you gonna get him if he locks them up and he has a key?
And what if he buries some in the backyard?
And he has a thing to a latch or something?
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this law.
That's a tough
See,
one.
But yet we want more guns. Now I do agree with the one about more background checks. That one I do agree with.
Or the people selling them.
I agree with the more background checks.
Okay.
I don't like that other part about because your family members or the police officers see you as unfit, they can come get your guns.
But they red flagging you.
See,
and let's just say for sake of argument, you don't get them, nobody says anything, and that person takes a life in some school or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard
one. All right. Well, AI has finally struck. Remember we kept saying, when is AI going to strike? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen with AI? What's going to happen with all these computer generated? Well,
okay.
An AI